Good morning.
Good morning.
We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You're knowing what you are wanting. So you come for fun, clarity, vibrational upliftment, to contribute, to receive, to co-create, to hang around in an environment that is conducive to the raising of your own vibration. And as you focus upon the conversation, but even more important, as you focus into the vibration of this day, it is certain that your vibration must conform to that dominant frequency. It's just the way it is. You've been listening to us for a while?
Yes.
You've been through all of those processes? Doesn't matter. If you've never heard any of it before, you'll get it today. Because we're going to talk to you from the perspective of where you are. You are. Every one of you. Here in the room, around the world. Where you are in relationship to where the larger part of you is. Your emotions are literal feedback to let you know where you stand right here, right now, with the thought you're thinking in relationship to who you really are and what you really have already become. Emotions are indicator simply of the vibrational gap between who you really are, meaning who you will be once you reemerge into non-physical, meaning who the source energy part of you is, meaning who the soul of you is. We call it the inner being of you, the expanded version of you. The whole reason that you've invited us here to play with you is so that we can assist you in consciously measuring and acknowledging and deliberately shrinking that vibrational variance between who you've become and who you're letting yourself be right here, right now. Who you've become is brilliant and worthy. Who you often allow yourself to be is restricted and feeling puny in your experience. So you have to be wondering, well, Abraham, there are a lot of things in this world that when I look at them, I feel negative emotion because they are simply not the way I want them to be. And we acknowledge you came to explore and to personally decide what your preferences are. You've chosen this diverse universe. You've chosen this diverse, specific planet upon which you are co-creating. Because in your diversity, there is the opportunity for each of you to come to your own personal conclusions. And once you do, the power of the universe, the power of source energy, the power of alignment will back you up and assist you in the achieving of that. But so often you have split energy about it because you've long ago come to the conclusion of what you want, but you keep picking away at the reasons about why you want it. I want it because that isn't good, and I want it because that isn't fair, and I want it because that doesn't feel good, and I want it because I don't like that. And we say, if you could just leave the I don't want part of it out of the equation sooner, then you would align with what you want, and you would come into vibrational alignment with the power of the universe. If you've been listening to us for a while, and you have, you've heard us offer many different examples in order to help you to get a sense of this vibrational beingness that is all of us. We explain to you that as you sift through this contrast in your human form, that in your observation of what's going on around you, in your focus, in your imagining, in your attention, in your focus is the best word. In your focus, you are emanating vibrational rockets, and they precede you. Knowing what you don't want causes you to send off a rocket of desire of what you do want. And then we explain to you that law of attraction gathers those preferred rockets and holds them in a vibrational holding pattern, really eternally for you, there as a beacon for you to tune yourself into. So this vortex that we've been talking about, some find it difficult to get their thoughts around something that they can't see. It's really the only problem that you have with your physicalness. You are so good at translating vibration into the physical equivalent through what you see and hear and smell and taste and touch, that you want everything to be tangible. You want manifestation to show itself to you right away. And so you sort of count on manifestations to observe in order to adjust the way you feel. If you're observing a pleasing manifestation, you feel good and you say, yes, I would like more of that, please, or I demand more of that, yes. I want more of these pleasing things because when I look at pleasing things, I'm pleased, so please me, you say to your children, to your employers, to your employees, to your friends, to your mates, to your parents. Please me because I want to feel good. I want to feel good. You don't really realize that the reason you do feel good is because you're in complete alignment with all that you really are. And when you're in complete alignment with all that you really are, you're being all that you really are. You don't know that that's why you want to feel good. I want to feel good. I want to feel good. So please me because I want to feel good. And we say, that is so backwards. It doesn't even work that way at all. You must decide that you want to feel good and develop the self-discipline to look in the direction of what does feel good, whether it's past, present, or future. Focus upon what feels good, which means focus upon what's in your vortex, which means focus upon your inner being who stands in vibrational alignment with all that you have become. And when you focus in vibrational alignment with all that you have become, then what happens is you send out a singular vibration, not a mixed bag, know what I want, know what I don't want, a singular, steady signal. And in today's terminology, recently, if you've been listening to us in the last few weeks, we are calling that vibrational alignment, that basis of who you are. It's your vibrational grid. It's the vibrational framework that you were born with. It's this vibrational grid that when you line up with it, when you come into alignment with who you really are, your point of attraction is so powerful that anything that isn't in sync with it just bounces right off of it, bounces right off of it, bounces right off of it. And the good life, the path of least resistance, becomes what you're living. Now, sometimes you say, oh, path of least resistance sounds pretty lazy. And we say, those of you who have been attempting to apply the processes that we've been offering over all of these years would not call it a lazy effort, would you? Because it takes some focus. It's not easy to be in this world with all of these opinions and all of these processes and all of these patterns of life and all of these manifestations, some of which you like and some of which you don't like. It's not an easy thing to be in this interconnected world, and it's more interconnected today than it has ever been. Oh, more now. Things are moving fast. More now. It's moving very fast. Your interconnectivity is moving so fast. And so this is the time, if there was ever to be a time, for you to find your true guidance and align with it, because there is so much opportunity to be called away from who you really are. And when you're called away from who you really are, mostly by your simple observation of the world or of a situation or of a person, when you're called away from who you are, you feel it. That's what negative emotion is. If you think about what you want and why you want it, I want it because I'll feel good. I want it because I'll feel good. I want it because I'll feel good. I want something really, but when you talk about where it's going to come from and when it's going to come and who's going to bring it, and when you ask questions that you don't have answers, then you move toward frustration.
Right.
Where if you're talking about what you want and why you want it, it's just a more general, more central place. The universe says, why? What is the vibrational underlying reason? Why do you want this? I want it because it would feel good in the having of it. I want it because it would uplift me. I want it because of the benefit that it would provide for me. I want it because I would like to radiate it outward to the boundaries of the boundaryless universe that others might be inspired by it. I want it because it just feels good to think about it. I want it because I've seen others who seemed happy in the having of it. I want it because eventually I know it will come. I want it because I know I'm the creator of my own reality, and I want the benefit of showing myself that I'm the creator of my own reality. Now we're getting a little more specific. I want it because it will feel good in the having of it. I want it because it's fun to get my hands in the clay. I want it because I want to watch the grid fill in. I want it because I want to feel the power of me. I want it because I want to know that non-physical sources or forces are on my side. I want it because I want to know what's in my vortex. I want it because I know it's the natural consequence of my being alive here. I want it because I was born to manifest it. I want it because I'm supposed to be able to be and do and have whatever I want. I want it, all right? I want it. I want it.
Yeah.
We have enjoyed this interaction more than words can explain. And as we just said to our friend, our favorite part of this interaction is feeling you click into place with the knowledge that you were born with, but that has expanded since you got here. It's nice to know that you never get it done. That helps when you're standing in the absence of the manifestation of something that you want. But it's also nice to know that you never get it wrong, which makes it all right to stand where you are in the absence of something that you think that you want. And we think that today you've come into a new place of understanding that what you want is for the feeling of it, and you can accomplish the feeling of it as soon as today if you want to. And once you do that, then the grid must begin filling in. We would like you to see this life experience as a veritable treasure hunt, because it is that. There isn't anything that you are deprived of, ever. Everything that you want is queued up for your realization. But you knew coming in that you wouldn't enjoy it if it got there all at once. And you knew coming in that you wouldn't enjoy it if somebody else told you what it should be. And you knew coming in that it had to be on your terms, that you would be carving it out of the details of your own life experience. And you knew coming in that if this time-space reality could inspire the desire within you, that this time-space reality has the wherewithal to deliver the full manifestation of anything that you could conjure as a result of living here. The piece that we're wanting to add to what we know you knew when you walked in the door today is that you have focused with you all day, every day, a consciousness, an awareness, a conscious awareness of the value of what you've put into the vortex before you have had the privilege of realizing the manifestation of it. We'll say that again because we really want you to hear it. We know what you've put there, and we know the value of it, even though you don't know the value of it because you're holding out to know the value of it, waiting for it to manifest first. If you can peek into the vortex through an emotional search, rather than needing the manifestation first. In other words, if you'll go general and find the feeling place, if you'll ask the why of why you want what you want, until you can feel it, then the manifestations will start moving in. Not like an avalanche, but in the consistent, balanced patterning of surprise and delight, just the way you intended when you came. You don't want it all at once, but you want it all. You don't want it to be vibrational only, but if you can let it be for a little while, when the subtlety of vibration moves into manifested form, the satisfaction factor is off the charts. But if you demand the manifestation factor before you allow the subtlety of the emotion, it will procrastinate forever. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain stubbornly and joyfully in the vortex. Best ever. My God. You guys are wonderful.